तो फिर दूसरा मीटिंग होगा।
हेलो लक्ष्मी, हाँ आप आ जाओ ना सब। दे ऑल आर
Good evening, namaskar. Welcome to this IFTDO admin and organizing committee meeting this evening. So I welcome our mentor and steering committee chairman, Professor Vinayshil Gautam, Professor Jain, Dr. GP Rao, Shri Ashok Kumar Gupta, Shridhar Bhagwat ji, or Vishwesh Joshi ji. So let us start the meeting. I'll show you. Initially we have, drafted some checklist for the work to be done under this committee: registration management, exhibition management, hotel accommodation management, transportation management, design and printing, catering of food and beverage, tour management, communication plan, media management, checklist for conference material such as kit bag, gifts, volunteers, manpower, AV, audiovisual checklist, hall and program management, inauguration program, local secretariat setup at venue, decoration, security, power backup, cultural program, government permissions, anchor, first aid ambulance facility, feedback for post-conference report. So these are the work which broadly we have, jot down for our IFTDO conference 2022. So now I would like to mention here that we have already booked Vigyan Bhavan for 27th of April, where President of India will come as a chief guest, and we will have high tea there. After that, we are planning to host a dinner for board members and committee chairmen and other distinguished guests in the venue, that is Lee Meridien. Lee Meridien has also booked for 28th and 29th April. 27th Vigyan Bhavan we have booked in the evening. So just a second, sir. अखिल भाई मीटिंग चालू हो गई सर। नहीं आप उस पे देखिए सर, हाँ व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में देखिए। So after that the room requirement is we have mentioned here, because board member, there's IFTDO president, board member, other people will come, speakers will come. So we have hold 25 rooms for 27th April, 25 rooms for 28th April, 10 rooms for, because it was a concluding day. So some people will overstay. So we have arranged 10 rooms for 29th of April. Banquet requirement at discuss a hall requirement is 27th. It is not during the daytime. Rather, it is from
9 to 6.
5 p.m.
evening shift. Yeah.
5 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Yeah, midnight.
For dinner. For dinner of around 75 people. We are organizing the dinner, as I have told you of. And 29th, we want a specific sovereign desire allure from 9 a.m. to, because exhibition will generally put in desire, which is a hall, and some stalls will be taken care at the lunch area, open area. So Joshi ji, please correct me if I am wrong.
Yeah, you are
बिल्कुल
perfect-
सही है
perfectly
सही है।
right.
Okay.
हाँ ठीक
So
बोल
this
रहे
is
हैं
there.
Mukesh
So
ji, I have
I have two suggestions, if with your
Yes,
permission.
sir. Yes, sir, please.
Can you go back to the first slide? You have 23 items there.
Yes, sir.
It is a very competent elaboration. Cluster them so that we do not have more than 6 clusters,
Okay, sir.
which means 3 or 4 items in each cluster.
Sure, sir.
And we should take periodic review of the progress in that direction, say at least once a month. And if there is no progress, the committee coordinator should just report no progress.
Sure,
That may be because no progress was needed. That may be because the support information hasn't come through. But creating a roster of information would be useful. My third suggestion is, for each of the clusters, please appoint a person responsible who would be the committee, the subcommittee convener, and date lines of progress be decided by him and reported to the committee.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Because
sir.
all these 3 items, as you are well aware, have to go back to the Apex committee. All the committees are meeting to take a look at their deliverables, at the timelines, and the persons responsible for it, so that we know who is actually holding the wheel. And all this will have to be integrated to be reported to the Apex committee after we have gone through all the committees to report this. This morning, we had the meeting of the Public Relations and Media Committee. They are working on it. You have covered more ground than perhaps many other committees, so you are eminently poised to do this. And all the other committees will be doing it, which will be put together and become the integrated plan. Thank you so much for making it possible for me to share this.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Grateful to you, sir. So we will, bifurcate these 23 points in 5 or 6 subcommittees, and made responsible a convener or subcommittee chair, so that we will give responsibility, and they can have 1 or 2 more members with them to help them. So we'll definitely do, sir. Your points are well taken, sir. And the 4 or 5 points are also there. Venue finalization, which we have already done. Preparation of exhibition layout and finalization, that I'll show you just now. Nearby list of hotels. Apart from Lee Meridin, we have to finalize some hotels nearby, like Karol Bagh, in Connaught Place area, so that once we are publishing our brochure, we can give the hotel name, rates, and contact numbers, etc.
Also here, Mukesh Ji, allow me to supplement. Probably
Please,
you have factored it in already. We are not paying for anybody's hotel booking. That will be a direct arrangement between the delegate and the hotel. The only exception will be the IFTDO board members, for which a separate notification will be made, and the conference secretariat will pick that up.
So उनके लिए तो मेरिडियन में कमरे बुक किए ही जा रहे हैं ना, जो IFTDO सेक्रेटरीट है, ये बोर्ड मेंबर्स हैं.
Whatever it is, every room booking, the payment will be made directly by the person utilizing the room, and IFTDO accepts no responsibility for any payment of individual bookings. We will be only facilitating it, so that the hotel, if the delegates want to go to that hotel and that category of room, and the person who uses that, it will be an arrangement between the two, and I will make sure the brochure carries this information.
Sir, there is one more thing, sir, which I want to add. That whenever we are identify these hotels, we will try to make an arrangement and fix a special tariff, which we will be mentioning.
Yes, by all means. That's a good idea.
Yeah, because
That's a
then
big-
once in the name of IFTDO, if delegate is checking in, then that kind of discount has to be given by that hotel, sir.
Two, all I'm focusing is in we are not accepting any payment liability.
Yeah, that liability, of course, not. Yeah, Dr. Busrai, please.
Mukesh bhai, I have a suggestion. Many of these major conferences need not be organized by
Please.
professionals. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Many of these major
Yeah,
conferences,
please.
they engage an event management company, which is not very expensive because they make their money out of recommendation that they give to hotels, etc. I think they do it very systematically. It is their daily job. The checklist is there, like Dr. Vineshal Gautam mentioned, that we can only supervise on a 3-week or 4-week basis. Everything is moving on target. If we want our own people, professionals working in industry and in academic to do all this negotiation with the hotel, we will not get the best rate that an agency which is doing event management will get. This is not our core thing. We should focus on receiving them well. Media should be ours, under our control. Arrangement of the lectures and the sessions should be under us. But this administrative thing, whether hotels are to be booked in Karol Bagh or is to be booked, what is the rate we negotiate, it is beyond us. And let's not get based our
Sir, we
energy
are
and
not
time.
booking the rooms. We are not booking.
No, not booking. I'm saying
Yeah.
the preparation also.
So we are just
The
simply
decoration.
facilitating, sir.
Identifying the hotels and all that
Sir.
thing, that is the event
Sir, don't
management
take
company will
hotel.
do it.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Sir,
the event
sir,
management-
we
Joshi
are,
ji to hain, Joshi ji.
We have an
we are
event management.
diverting, sir,
Can I
we,
just finish? Can I just finish my point, Mr. Dr. Joshi?
yeah, please,
The event
please, sir.
management will also look after the stage setting up and the screens, etc., and the look of it. So my suggestion is we should seriously consider this as engaging an event management company to do it, and we do it with SHRM, with HRD network, etc. And they do a fantastic job, and they're not very expensive.
Sir, you have not read Akhil Bhai. Alcod is already
Already.
event management company. Mr. Joshi
Biswal
is
Joshi
from
ji बैठे हुए हैं
event
यहाँ पे, sir.
management company
He is
here.
already with us today.
Yeah, we are working on the venue, we are working on the hotels, all these things. We will first work this out, best of the deal. Then we will show it to the committee. Once the committee approves that, then we will start suggesting these delegates.
So, Mr. Joshi, are you from that event company, sir?
Sure,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
वो एक्चुअली जोशी जोशी देखे कंफ्यूज हो गया, वो इवेंट
Okay.
मैनेजमेंट का हमारा डॉक्टर जोशी IFTDO डायरेक्टर
Akhil
नहीं,
Bhai,
इंट्रोडक्शन
ये-
नहीं हुआ था ना
नहीं हुआ
राव साहब, विश्वास
नहीं हुआ
जोशी जी का इंट्रोडक्शन नहीं हुआ था.
करेक्ट नहीं
अखिल सर-
हो गया था अखिल भाई को एक रिमाइंडर की
अखिल
जरूरत
सर पॉसिबली आप ना लास्ट टाइम नहीं थे जब
नहीं ही वाज देयर वेरी मच देयर भूल
अच्छा, you were
जाते हैं,
there.
बहुत ज्यादा टाइम लग गया ना, बीच में गैप आ गया.
So, sir, designing pre and post conference tour details, list of international participants and nationality to be submitted. Apart from this, we have to send the letters to Ministry of External Affairs since our date is finalized. We have to send a letter to Ministry of Home Affairs so that, we can seek permission for granting the visa or organizing, supporting our help. And we have to see that protocol of President of India is followed, for which we have to see and ask their President House or DCP or Joint Commissioner of who's taking care of the security of the national, the President of India likewise. So these are the things, sir, these Alcod, our event management company is supporting us, but whatever work is to be done under this committee, admin and organizing committee, somebody's voice is continuously coming. Please.
जैन साहब का
So, the total work we have shown here, that these are the work our committee, our this admin and organizing committee has to perform during the IFTDO. So, as suggested by Professor Gautam, will make it in 5 or 6 subcommittees and give it to someone to organize that particular subcommittee and take care of that. So that we'll do, sir.
Okay, well,
So anything more, sir? Any more suggestion? So Dr. Joshi,
You see, you have very many experienced people. Several of you have organized conferences on your own. I don't have to carry coal to Newcastle, but to put it in the same framework as all the committees, each subcommittee may kindly give a dateline of the deliverables broken into phases. And two, we should set up a system of periodically reviewing it. You people are doing the job. I'm just an invitee. But my job it is to keep the communication alive, the records clean. Has Lakshmi joined?
Yes, sir. Lakshmi is there.
Lovely. Okay. Please continue, Jansab.
Okay, thank you, sir. So these are the things we will have next meeting exactly after 15 days, immediately after Diwali, so that whatever we have discussed, we will frame the subcommittees and we will start doing something. But most of the work dependent on the inputs received from Dr. Joshi or national president or IFTDO president, the list of the speakers, the list of the board members, how many people are coming, what type of arrangements we have to do, how many cars we need to book, what type of tours and travel work we have to take care. All these things are depend, our work, most of the depend on the inputs received from various committees, sir. If I'm wrong, sir, please correct me.
Jansab, you are
Dr.
not wrong.
Gautam?
You are not wrong. One thing which comes across to me in the various committee meetings on which the chairman have been kind enough to have me as an invitee, communication amongst the committees should be more intense than what it is at the moment. Typically, I would like to see far greater communication than what is in my knowledge, say between the program committee, the speakers committee, and the organizing committee. The sessions have yet to be finalized. Then there is another item on which we will have to take a call. Who informs the speakers of the protocol of transport, arrival, receiving, and being escorted to the committee room? So whereas you people have done a splendid job, and I'm conscious that I'm talking at a peer level, it is not a question of finding gaps. It is a question of kisko kya soojta hai, because with the best of experience, kabhi I have noticed, for example, in events, the person who is left out on the invitees list is usually the most significant man, because nobody bothers to look at his name. Inko to gaya hi hoga. And ultimately I have discovered, I don't like to name people in ISTD who have been ex-chairman, this, that, and the other, and they didn't have an invite, and ultimately I had to send a personal apology to get them over. So we will welcome everyone's suggestion so that nothing slips between the fingers. That's the only thing to guard against.
So, sir, as per my experience and as what I think, once the program committee or speaker management committee will give us the name, their contact details and their arrival and departure details, once they will come to us, it will be our responsibility to take care of them. Once their name and other things will be given, we'll coordinate with them. Our committee will coordinate with them.
Sure.
So that is theirs. Any other suggestion, please?
Jain Sahab, I have a request. You have done a lot of spade work in this entire administration committee. If you can share this particular presentation of yours, which you made today, probably we can work out the various sub-activities. Of course, as Professor Vinashil Gautam has said, we'll have to regroup the activities into majorly 5 or 6 categories, but then we can
मैं
work
brief कर
out
दूंगा तुम्हें.
individual activity wise details. If you can send that across, that will be a great help.
We'll send today, sir. There is no problem.
Right.
It's
Thank
not
you.
a confidential data.
Thank you.
Yeah, Dr. Rao, please tell. You are mute.
I just wanted to one, thank you, Dr. Vinashil Gautam, for that direction. So what we propose to do is, before we circulate to what Sridharji has said, मुकेश जैन जी उसको वो जो 3-4 जो बोले ना, one is hospitality, one is the protocol, one is this the stays, hall management, like this 4-5 वो वाला आप ही करवा दीजिएगा before it is circulated, so that no we can get 4-5 volunteers to take care of. That is number one. Number two, एक और काम कर देंगे, in this subcommittee they have to deal with secretariat, one kind. They have to deal with fellow committees, that will be another kind. किसके साथ deal करना है? Last में हम कर देंगे where overlapping होता है, we will write 4-5 things. यहाँ पे this responsibility is ours. This responsibility will be the organizing committee. This responsibility will be the program committee. ये 3 चीज बनवा के फिर will circulate. So if you need some assistance, I will help you in this. Okay.
मुकेश जी.
Yes, sir.
मेरा भी ये कहना था
जी
कि जैसे प्रोफेसर गौतम ने he has rightly pointed out that इसको स्क्वीज करके 5-6 में हम डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर लें, and उसके लिए we need volunteers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But these volunteers will be coming from various organizations. And for that, we need to, we will be talking to our sponsors, sponsoring, for example, NTPC. Yesterday, I went to NTPC and spoke to the director HR and requested him to give exclusively some people for the IFTDO. So similar exercise we will have to do. And in fact, we need to convene a meeting of the director HRs of various PSUs so that they are into the groove. Not only the sponsorship, but we need volunteers also, which will be included. So that is one exercise that we need to carry out. So maybe not our level, that will not our level, Mr. Mahapatra's level, President IFTDO and President ISTD, I'll just talk to him also. Because once that meeting is done, then that name of volunteers will start coming to us and we will be able to constitute those committees as early as possible. So that is one thing which I wanted to share.
अशोक कुमार जी, आपका फेस दिखाई नहीं दे रहा, प्लीज एक फोटो तो खींच लें. हाँ, अब ठीक है.
Dr. Joshi, allow me to make a suggestion.
Sure, sir.
And you will be the best one to vet it. ISTD is a very active organization, both at the national level and at the chapter level. And it is possible people at the directors level do come there for various activities. We would look to sharing information with them at every possible occasion, so that the drumming up is adequate.
Yeah.
I'm in the know of some meetings which are scheduled. This is not the best forum of sharing that information, nor is it necessary. But all of us carry our own range of influence. So at least when we meet under ISTD forum, it would be a useful thing to talk of IFTDO and look at the kind of support which Dr. Joshi has rightly said we will need to seek to make this committee a success. Of course, Mukesh ji and his team have such a splendid track record of organizing conferences that I didn't add anything more than what I have already contributed. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your kind comments. Lakshmi ji, can you appear, please?
Appear. That's a good one.
Lakshmi is there. And,
Lakshmi appear होगा तो सबका फिर भाग्य मिलेगा.
She's waiting for Diwali, I think. Diwali mein she'll.
No, she is IFTDO secretary. So,
I know.
I want to convey a few things which have come out from this meeting.
I think she is now, her audio is on now. Her audio is on.
Video on कर
Yeah, सब ready है उनका.
हाँ, लक्ष्मी जी देखिए, एक तो जो हमने 23 पॉइंट दिए हैं, 23 points, those points are to be bifurcated in 5-6 subcommittees. Dr. G.P. Rao and Dr. Joshi will support you I will also support you. We'll make it subcommittees and circulate amongst our admin and organizing committee, keeping chairman, steering committee, and IFTDO president and ISTD president, that these are the subcommittees, and we are inviting people to take responsibility. So this is there. So you can take help of Dr. Rao. He will support you, and Dr. Joshi and me will sit together and do it separately. So Joshi साहब
मेरा मुकेश जी,
हाँ सर,
एक सजेशन और भी था मेरा
बोलिए.
कि Delhi chapter has got a very large list of members.
जी.
So उनमें से कौन लोग volunteer करना चाहते हैं? So that exercise can be done at your end, so that we know that who all are there in this.
लक्ष्मी जी आप अपना माइक बंद कर दीजिए.
माइक बंद कर दो. So because by the time we get volunteers from other organizations, our internal resources can be mobilized, and probably Delhi, in fact, Gurgaon and Noida chapter volunteers can also join, because there are people who want to participate and they are very keen. Sometimes they come to me कि सर कोई काम दीजिए. So I keep meeting people those who come to the NHU and they say that sir क्या करना है हमको. So I think we need to start. I'll tell Lakshmi to start making list of such people, and
Yeah,
we
definitely,
will
sir.
have a brief sketch of them. What are their potential and what are their USPs, and depending upon their abilities, we can segregate them in for various committees, and it is sooner the better we are able to identify.
मैं एक चीज और कहना चाहूंगा with the chairman's permission. We have the curtain raiser on 25th of November.
Yes, sir.
Don't ask me for answers because I don't have many answers. And I would not like to get into details and fine points of things which are not the subject matter of this committee. But Mukesh ji, using your considerable network, if you could get yourself briefed on what is your role with the curtain raiser event. It is.
Sir, I have not been told as yet. The invitation I have received, that poster I have received, but neither IFTDO president nor steering committee chairman nor national president or director Joshi, no one has asked me to do anything in curtain raiser, sir.
I will
So
convey.
I'm focusing on main conference, sir.
Mukesh ji, एक second. I promise you, I'll convey your comment to the chairman steering committee. That's the best I can do. While we were talking,
same here.
While talking, I got a call from chairman IFTDO, and I told him that I'm preoccupied in the services of IFTDO, so I can't talk right now. But he did refer to this. My purpose is merely to flag minimal inconvenience situations, because if anything is coming your way for 25th event, I would not like it to come your way on the 24th. So if you need my facilitation, I'll talk to the chairman steering committee, I'll talk to chairman IFTDO, I'll talk to national president ISTD, whom I'm likely to meet tomorrow, and say, भैया, organizing committee का कोई role है भी कि नहीं? आप लोगों को किसी मुगालते में मैं नहीं रखना चाहता हूं. My influence is very limited. My range is even less limited. I am as effective as my personal relationships with all of you go. Period.
Thank you, sir.
I got your point, sir. I believe this since this is a virtual meeting, I believe IT committee and is looking after that particular work, and admin and organizing committee is not needed there. That's why we have not been asked to do anything. Although, however, we are ready to do whatever assignment will be given to us. Our committee is strong enough to take any challenge, sir. This is my promise to you, sir.
Oh, okay, just let me convert it into an operation. Lakshmi, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Lakshmi, when you leave this meeting, could you brief President IFTD, and I'll do the same thing tomorrow. And if need be, whoever you are in touch with the Secretariat of President IFTDO, because I believe you are in touch with some of them. I don't want to name any person. And ask a simple question: is there any role envisaged for the organizing committee for the curtain raiser? The answer can be only yes or no. If the answer is no, then of course there is nothing to be done. If the answer is yes, a list needs to be ready. I am trying to prevent any unpleasant surprises at the last moment, which may be awkward to respond to. Of course, we will respond. We are in the habit of doing the urgent quickly. It is the immediate which takes a little bit of time. So we are used to that style, but yes, a little bit of preemptive querying may be of help to Mukesh ji. He will not say no, but for heaven's sakes, he is also a person with nerves and pressures of time. If there is nothing to be done, there is nothing to be done. If there is something to be done, it should be known. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Very well said, sir. So we'll wait for Lakshmi ji's mail or message. The assignment we have to do for curtain raiser. Otherwise, we are focusing on the main conference, which is to be held in the last week of April 2022, sir. So, any other suggestion? My team, my committee members, sir. Yeah, Dr. Basraj, please tell.
Adding to what Dr. Joshi mentioned, that on the 3 days we will need a lot of volunteers, youngsters running around for this and that. One of my suggestions would be that we involve the alumni of diploma program, youngsters who are willing and be able to give time. So we will need a lot of pair of hands to do a lot of things, running around and organizing and helping the committee members. Normally, we also have done in some conferences, tied up with some business schools to get a bunch of their students in to do this work. But if that is not the feasible option for IFTD, let us get youngsters who are energetic and can devote time. They should not just give the names, but they can devote time and say, yes, so those 3 days I'll devote, and we will need help from a lot of people.
Right, sir.
So, Dr. Joshi, just a submission here amongst all my seniors here. You know, while we are finalizing or inviting the names of the people, we should be very, very particular. You know, we don't want, so many people in the committees, but we want real doers and workers.
Precisely.
We don't want the names, because certain people are not troubleshooters. They are trouble creators,
मुकेश जी, हमको यही तो
which
देखना
we
है
don't
ना?
want.
यही तो देखना है हमको.
सर, मेरा सजेशन रहेगा, डोंट जंप द गन. पहले 23 पॉइंट्स को ग्रुपिंग करवा दीजिएगा. हमारा ऑलरेडी कमिटी बना हुआ है, IFTDO एडमिन एंड ऑर्गेनाइजिंग कमिटी बना हुआ है. पहले इन लोगों से पूछ लीजिए कौन लीड करना चाहते हैं. वेदर श्रीधर जी लीड करना चाहते हैं, अशोक जी लीड करना, अखिल लीड करना चाहते हैं, कर लीजिए. उसके बाद उनको साथ में किसको लेना है उनसे पूछ के लीजिएगा. डोंट पैराशूट. मैं बता रहा हूँ प्रॉब्लम होगा जब श्रीधर जी लीड करेंगे. फॉर एग्जांपल प्रोटोकॉल कमिटी एग्जांपल, आपके उधर मैं 4 आदमी में डाल दूंगा एंड श्रीधर जी डज नॉट. ऐसा मत कीजिए प्लीज. दिस इज माय सजेशन. पहले इस कमिटी में वी आर ऑलरेडी गॉट 12 पीपल. पहले उनसे पूछिएगा कौन किस में आना चाहते हैं, देन फिर आप उनको पैराशूट कीजिए.
Well, very well suggested, Dr. DP Rao. So let us bifurcate and make the subcommittees. Next meeting will finalize the responsibilities of each subcommittee convener, and then we'll give them some name. Dr. Joshi, you will help us.
Surely.
We can also find out from Delhi chapter or some other chapters. We can also invite from other chapters also, because it's a international conference. We can write to chapter chairpersons to give some names, so that, for various committees. We don't want, trouble creators, sir. We want because एक मछली गंदी मछली आके खराब कर देगी तो हमारा तो मुश्किल हो जाएगा सर. We don't want that kind of
नहीं स्क्रीन
arrangement
करके ही
here.
लेंगे साहब.
ठीक है. That you have to help us.
मुकेश जी आपके पास है वो स्क्रीनिंग है?
वो मैं कर लूंगा सर, वो तो मैं कर लूंगा. आप नाम सजेस्ट करिएगा.
अभी नाम देखिए, नाम आ जाने देते हैं, नाम आ जाने
और
देते
हम उनको साँचे में भी ढाल लेंगे अपने, हमें प्रॉब्लम नहीं है सर उसकी.
हैं. एक बार नाम आ जाए तो फिर
हाँ हाँ
उसमें
हाँ.
उनकी चॉइस के हिसाब से भी टाइम है तो, बट मतलब
But
दीज
sir,
थिंग्स वी आर डिस्कसिंग, सो द
my
वर्क
my
कैन
humble
स्टार्ट.
my humble submission to the national president, he should not commit anybody without getting the nod of
the chairperson.
the chairperson.
वेरी राइट, वेरी राइट. अभी
हाँ,
बता
हाँ.
दें आपका जो संवेदना है वो अभी हम कर देंगे प्रेसिडेंट के साथ में.
हाँ, वो किसी का नाम हमको बोल रहे थे कि उसको लेना है तो वो किसी और ही कमेटी में ले लीजिएगा, आप मेरी में नहीं सर.
ठीक है, ठीक है.
हाँ सर.
ठीक है.
Because
पॉइंट नोटेड, आपका पॉइंट नोट हो गया.
I want to deliver 100% without any problem. So that is because we are committed to make it a grand world conference. So for that we need right kind of people in our committees. So any other point, Mr. Joshi from Alport, you want to say anything, Joshi ji?
Perfect, sir. Well said. Once the committee are being formed, then we will allocate job function. We will work out categorically for which committee which work goes, and we will come to know the work and then act accordingly on that.
Okay, wonderful. So Lakshmi ji, I'll send you the recording of this to you. Please draft the minutes of today's meeting. And if you need any help from Dr. D.P. Rao or Dr. Joshi or me or anybody in the committee, please feel free to talk to us. Okay, Lakshmi ji?
Okay, sir.
Okay. So if there is no other agenda, let us close this meeting here. And thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Professor
you.
Gautam, we are closing this meeting with your permission.
He has left the meeting.
Left the meeting.
No, he is
Thank
still
you.
there.
Okay. Happy
Professor
Diwali to
Gautam.
all.
Yeah.
Happy Diwali to all. Enjoy.
Really happy Diwali to
Diwali,
everybody.
Happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali.
Wish you all the best.
Thank you.
All happiness, good health, and blessings from God.
Yes. that
Thank
is
you,
Thank you
ji.
so
And
much. Thank you.
I'm indeed grateful to all of you, sir. Grateful
you.
to
Thank
all
you
of
so
you,
much.
and
Thank
I'm sure this committee will be able to discharge our duty well. Whatever assignments we have given to us, we'll be able to discharge fully. Thank you very much, and
Sure, sir.
have
Thank you.
a great weekend. Thank you.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thanks, everybody.
I'm closing the meeting, sir.
Yeah.
Right.